Hello everybody, my name is Victor and I am DecoNetwork's marketing manager. With us today is Eli Schlossberg from MDI Apparel. Today, Eli will be showing in full detail how his custom decoration business has been able to reconfigure for success with some innovative thinking by building up a subscription-based source of revenue, providing value rather than focusing on discounts, and overall creating a unique experience for his clients. But before we do get started, I do want to invite everybody to stick around toward the end. Eli will be hosting a live Q&A, so you'll have a chance to pick Eli's brain at that time. But in the meantime, while the webinar is happening, if you do have questions, you can write them in the chat box area with the questions, and at the end we'll get to them all. All right, with that said, Eli, the floor is all yours.
Yeah, so hello everybody, Eli with MDI. And I'm happy and I feel fortunate to be able to be on here and kind of share some of this with you guys. I've been in the group since they started trying to help out, and we've been discussing things behind the scenes and kind of showcasing ways that we've structured our business even before any of this COVID-19 stuff happened to try to insulate ourselves and, like Victor said, value. So I know a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of people in the industry, in this group and all the other groups that a lot of us belong to. And a lot of what I've seen in the marketplace is a lot of printers that are order takers, which is totally fine. But I think what's happening is you're seeing everything happening right now where being an order taker dries up very, very quickly when you don't have a niche or focus. So I've had a couple conversations today. So I'm going to keep this relatively short, sweet, and simple because I'm sure people are going to have more questions and they want to hear me drone on. But what I want to do is kind of showcase to you our new homepage that we've been working on. And while I'm doing that, I think, again, there's no right and wrong way to run our decorated apparel businesses and everything like that. This is just our twist and our take on it. So one of the things that was very important for us when we started this business 5 years ago is we did not want to just be another t-shirt printer or order taker on the block. It took us a while to get to where we're at and what we're showing you today. But the vision was always there. We wanted to try, we wanted to provide value and solve a problem that we knew existed, because I used to own a CrossFit gym. So as you can see from the page, CrossFit is our market. It's very, we've had other fitness businesses call us and say, hey, do you work with anybody but CrossFit? So the answer is yes to that. But we try to do a really good job of branding ourselves in that small niche here in the United States primarily, in order for us to know exactly what's going on. So the first thing that I like to talk to people about is picking a niche. Doesn't matter if it's small. And then what we've done with the CrossFit community, as an example, is we know all of the service businesses that are working with them. We know the ups and the downs. We know that they pivoted online. We just know everything about what they're going through pretty much on a daily basis from having owned one and now servicing them. So what I want to show you right here is I've noticed there's been some things. So we took a little bit more time to get into some other marketing classes and things like that. But again, it's all about focusing on your niche. So what I want to show you is here's how we're recreating our homepage. We wanted to keep it simple to say we help keep your members happy. Happy members plus higher retention equals more profit. So we're currently working on this. We decided it would be best to start showing some people about, we wanted to talk to our CrossFit gym owners and other fitness businesses about referrals, retention, and revenue. So we researched some statistics out there on things that are related to their business and just referrals and retention and all that kind of stuff in general. You'll see over here, we're showcasing our best box. But the most important thing on our new website that we wanted to kind of provide and show people in our niche and really focus on them was, first and foremost, at the core of what we do as a company, they can buy merch from us. The merch they can buy from us, they can buy it in on-demand fashion, which a lot of us are print-on-demand companies, and others are bulk orders. We wanted to make sure people understood that the 3 ways to work with us is, number 1, if you want merch and you want to buy 1 t-shirt, perfect. If you want to buy 1,000, perfect. If you need pens, pencils, notebooks, hats, jackets, bags, whatever, we want them to understand that they can get that from us. The number 2 thing that we wanted to have people understand that they could get from us is pre-built packages. So an example of a pre-built package is right here. So this kind of goes all, how did we adapt? We started adapting last year, and what we found is when the market started to turn on our clients, we knew exactly how to pivot. We can't guarantee that we're going to sell a bunch of these, But what we did know is we knew that we were building this up for a year already. And we knew that our hiring clients that we all want to work with anyways are going to spend this. So in probably the first 3 days, these member home work-in care packages, this is where, you know, we've decided that we want to go for value. So we took the time over a 3-day period a few weeks ago to create this graphic, price all of this stuff out. And we sold, like I said, we sold about $12,000 worth of this in the first 3 days. So did that save our business completely? Absolutely not. But what it did do is it allowed us to show our clients and even potential clients and even past clients that we know what you're going through, and we're trying to create something that actually helps you retain those members. So in this specific case, I'm going to talk about gyms a lot, even though we're breaking into other verticals. But the gym specifically, a lot of our clients are actually doing really well. Most of their gym members have saved these business owners by continuing to pay full membership prices and stay at home and do all the virtual workouts. So when we're talking about how do you pivot during these times and sell, this is what it is, guys. This takes you from being an order taking printer, which is fine, into a thinker, basically, from a printer to a thinker. And you're showcasing to your clients, like, these are the things that we can do to help your businesses. This is all geared towards helping them engage their members, get their members to be happy and excited. I'm gonna actually Google something so you guys can see a post that we kind of shared in piggyback of why we're taking this route. So we're taking this route because this is the outcome that we want for our clients, and this is the value that our clients see in spending, in some cases, quite a bit of money. So this is what Myrmidon CrossFit in Texas, they're a 43-person gym. They bought 43 full packages, so you can do the math yourself on that $40 price point. But this is what we wanted, and this is how we want to help you guys, help your clients be rock stars, basically. Even if they're not in the gym industry, this doesn't work for all verticals, but you'll see here that people are going on social media, hashtagging, saying thank you, stay positive, walked out the door. We also got a lot of messages from the gym themselves saying that people were, once they started seeing this online, they were running to their doors, seeing what if their care package was there. So this is why we're showcasing this stuff and trying to get people not only to build better, cleaner websites, but then also start to think outside of the box and think about who is your actual target market, because it's not necessarily all the schools and the towns and the places right next to where you live. It can be a more national level, and in some cases global, depending on partnerships you may have. But values speak. So again, we are trying to position ourselves as the company within this specific space that provides high-end, high-value experiences for our clients that in turn can then showcase that to theirs. And it's helped out. We have people that are continuously asking about this. We've been modifying these packages down and doing different variations, but we wanted to show the Cadillac. And again, the end result that we were trying to accomplish for our clients is, if this client is sitting here getting paid $150 a month from their gym members, what can we do as a printing company that's using physical merchandise to help them engage? And this is what the idea was, and it's worked out very, very well. We've also created, I just wanted to kind of showcase to you guys, we've also created some other free ways to curate all this stuff by using Google Forms and surveys with a little bit of logic. But this is where our business is going. And that's why we wanted to get on here and present it. And so what we're doing now to actually help you guys execute on this, I believe, Victor, we have past, present, potential future Deco users on this webinar, correct?
That's correct, yep.
Okay, so the good part is what we've decided to do is MDI, we started a new company called Tangible, and Tangible is the company that we're using to kind of resell the MDI business model, what have you. So knowing that we have different people on this call, there's different ways to do this, but basically we've built out DecoNetwork in a way that functions really, really great for this type of business model. We've also built a CRM. We didn't build the CRM platform. It's a CRM platform that we use that we can share with people and then share all of our frameworks inside so people can execute. So our goal with the new Tangible company is to help printers, print brokers, and pretty much everybody figure out how to get this business in here. So even if you're not the one printing it, you can still run the sales and then work with your local or regional printers, to do that. And if you are a printer, We basically have the ability to consult with you guys to help you set up a cleaner website like this, help you basically do the CRM side of it and help you kind of run this and additional services and stuff like that that would warrant individual calls. But the goal was to be the creative engine behind you guys so that you guys can continue focusing on front end relationships, printing, all of that type of stuff. And we as a new company can continue to work on whatever verticals you guys are going after and create really cool, slick stuff like this to help you not only from the front end for you to present this and share this and change out all your logos and change the color schemes, but then also to help you manage those client relationships with the CRM system that we've worked really hard to build out all the frameworks for that and give you guys the opportunity to execute on a much more in-depth business model, but not have to take the 5 years we did and all the money we spent doing it. So with that being said, I want to open this up because I think the questions that you guys hopefully have for myself or Victor are much more important than me continuing to drone on. So Victor, I'm gonna open it up and see if we can get people live on here and engaged.
Sure. So yeah, guys, leave us your questions in the comments. We'll just give a few minutes for that. But yeah, in the meantime, Eli, how are things going with you? With this new reality, like just how has life changed in general?
Life has changed for me, not too much because I work from the house as it is. So that was not a big adjustment to me, but having family home and the wife home all day has definitely been a big adjustment. I think what we've decided to do, and this is not right, it's not wrong, it's just my opinion. And what we've decided to do is we've decided to do what you guys see on the screen, which is work on our business.
Mm-hmm.
We were very hesitant to jump on the mask bandwagon. I believe there's a lot of people out there that are doing that, and I think they're probably raking in the cash in some cases. But we wanted to make sure we continue to create a business model and get on here on these types of webinars to present this to other people. So, I mean, life for us is revenue's down, but life is good.
That's good
I think
to
for
hear.
all of us, it's given us good and bad the opportunity to spend more time with our families and stuff like that, which I think is really, really good. It's showcased to all of us that a lot of things are out of our control, so we can focus on things that are within our control. And I think another positive note for all of us as people in this decorated apparel industry is this is a really good opportunity for all of us to really take a deep breath and sit back and figure out what do we really want our business to be like? Because right now, most of us, if not all of us, are completely and totally financially devastated. And nobody's going to be blaming any of us if our business has failed during this. So I think it gives us the opportunity to really rethink a lot of the things that we've all been doing, whether it's our pricing structure, our niche markets, how we're using this particular software, how we're approaching things, and make some big changes for the better, and not have to be worried about persecution or failing because there's so much stuff that's going out of our control. But yeah, long-winded answer to your question, Victor. But I think life is mostly good. So my heart goes out to anybody that's has friends, family members, things like that, or people that are close to you that are affected. But for the most part, I mean, this has been kind of a freeing time, believe it or not, in some respects of being able to change a lot of things that we've wanted to, both personally and professionally.
Yeah.
Are we able to bring some people on that can actually talk with us and ask their questions?
Sure. Guys, if you guys want to actually open it up with actual audio, let me know. Raise your hand or drop a question, and then I will unmute you. Or how do you want to do this? Because if we unmute everybody, it might be just too much happening at the same time.
Yeah, I think we can do the raise hands if people do have questions.
All right, yeah, just click raise your hand or submit a question or a chat, and we'll open it up for you so you can actually speak. Or if you don't want to speak or you don't have a mic, just write your question in there, and we'll answer it for you. We do have one question here by Angela. She's asking, what is the website for MDI Apparel? What's that URL?
It's mdiapparel.com. So you can check it out. You won't see this new version of it in there, but you will see what we have up there now. But we're actively working on it.
Okay. Is this what you're working on right here?
Yeah, this is just a saved page that I wanted to kind of give everybody an idea of how we're breaking up the services. Um, One of the things that we struggled with as a business over the last 5 years is we grouped a lot of our services in together. And in doing so, we priced ourselves very, very low, and we didn't do a very good job of showing the different, 3 to 4 valuable things that we were doing for our clients. And so that's why we're reworking. We're not changing our business per se, but we're always working on our messaging
Mm-hmm.
to clean it up, to make it simple. Um, and the third thing, while we wait for some other questions, hopefully, one of the biggest mistakes we made as a business over the last 5 years is we grouped a lot of the service-based stuff inside of our product and store pricing. So I think one of the things I didn't really go over is
Um,
there's a few ways that we generate income at MDI Apparel. So number one is we obviously have a profit margin on the apparel itself. So I'm not sure what everybody else has done. It's a question that I've seen come up all the time of what should I be pricing? And there's answers across the board. Some are more educated than others. Some are what they are. What we've done with our pricing is we've tried to price the product side of things the highest we can for our market that we're going after. Meaning we factored in commissions to clients, what we wanted to get paid, all of those different factors. And we've gotten ourselves pretty close technically as a wholesale business to where these care packages and our products, individual products themselves, are close to a 40% gross profit margin. Some are a little bit more, some are a little bit less, but that was a big mistake that we made. So just kind of going back here, the way we generate revenue at MDI Apparel is number one, merch. So we make money off the merch packages, or the merch, like if they're just buying in bulk or buying on demand, whatever, we make money off of that. We obviously make money off of these pre-designed packages and everything like you see right here. And then the third way we're making money is we are charging money for our subscriptions, so money for our stores. We charge subscription fees based upon different aspects of these boxes. So we've set these boxes up to where part of it is print on demand and part of it is something that they have to buy up front. So in order for us to manage that, we charge additional fees per user or per account. To manage that ongoing nature. If they decide to buy all of these boxes, like 50 at a time, all at once, then we don't charge them those fees. The other thing that we really wanted to showcase as well for this need a plan, let us help. And again, we're working on that service page, but we wanted to, before we just had one sign up fee, we had one business model, one structure, and regardless of whether somebody wanted to take advantage of one or all three, we were pigeonholing people into one. And what we found is that it worked for a small handful of clients, but not others. And our clients, even in the gym space, are completely different. So we decided to unpack all of our services and go more towards an a la carte model. So people, if they want to, they can come to our website and they can just buy a couple shirts. They can buy 1,000 shirts, or they could schedule a call with us and do a million other things. But we wanted to showcase to them, what it was, so we can increase our prices in some of these areas.
okay. Okay, so we do have a few questions coming in.
Cool.
So I'm
Awesome.
going to get to the first one here. Candy, the question is, the question is, I do custom embroidery and printing. Does this model work with embroidery?
Yeah, 100%. So we've been selling more embroidery items. So if I take you to, just to our main website, what kind of printing? Does she say what kind of printing she's doing, or maybe she can add that?
Did not mention what kind of printing, but Candy, feel free to follow up with that. What kind of printing do you do? But that's a yes on the embroidery, right?
Yeah, so we do have embroidery products in here. All these kind of jackets and polos and everything like that. We have a combination of some of our embroidery products are on demand. Some of the embroidery products are 6 minimum, and we're trying to increase that. So we are looking at sales trends and things like that. But what we did most recently at the end of last year is we broke our products up into 3 categories. So we broke them into a quick ship item, a regular ship with a slightly longer processing time, still no minimums. And then we did a third category of minimum quantity. So these are all the things that still sell, but they don't sell well enough for us to deal with all of the production nightmares of not seeing one of these for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, this
Awesome.
model, in my opinion, works with everything. It's going to depend more on your clientele and your niche that you're going after than our model. Because we do a little bit of everything. We've had vinyl on here, but we kind of got rid of that because it's a huge pain in the butt unless people are ordering larger quantities. But yeah,
All right.
we
Candy
try.
did reply. Her answer is she does regular screen printing.
Screen printing is not, we do that, right? So we showed you guys on our rebuild of our site, the way we have our products priced is we have them priced both for digital printing on demand and we have them priced for screen printing. So yes, you can do that. The beauty about what we've done as well is we can teach and show people, even if they do not have digital printing services of their own, they can certainly configure their website like we have. And with all of the awesome new updates and enhancements that Deco has done with the purchase ordering side and batching of certain stores and things like that, you can easily offload that work to another printer, and offer more for your business and grow that side of your business before you guys decide to actually buy that equipment. So that's something that you can do with this as well. You don't have to be, just because you only do 2 decoration methods doesn't mean you have to be stuck into that. You can always farm that business out to another printer, either forever or until you have enough business to justify buying the equipment.
All right. So both Candy and Todd had a similar follow-up question. So Candy's question was, do you do embroidery? And Todd is asking, do you do in-house embroidery or in-house screen printing or both? Do you do this stuff in-house yourself?
So just to be totally and completely transparent, what we when we started using Deco, we were doing all of our printing in-house, literally in my house. Took up half of my first floor until my wife couldn't take it anymore, and we were having our second baby. So we personally chose to go the route of print broker, and we try to work with, as we grow, we're going to try to work with printers that are in certain regions and pass that business off. So no, we do not do anything in-house anymore except for the fulfillment. So when we're talking about these packages, we brought all of this back in house right now, because packaging all these things up and making them look nice is, from what we've experienced, is kind of out of the wheelhouse of most regular printers. So we're looking for other options for that. But so right now, no, we don't do any of that in house. We farm it all out to awesome people like you guys.
All right.
And we
Uh,
still use DecoNetwork software and love it. So I mean, it's helped us do what we do.
That's great. All right. Stephanie's question here is, are the care packages branded for the gyms that you're giving them out to, or are they unbranded?
So it's actually a combination of both. That's a great question. So when we were putting these together, we knew that there was a cash crunch in some cases, because even though members are still paying these gym owners, it doesn't mean that the owners of these gyms are not trying to be careful with their cash flow, right? Because nobody, I won't get into it, but nobody really knows what the heck is going on right now. So we don't know if we're opening or not opening. But to answer that question, you'll notice on here, wherever it says MDI, so we did holographic stickers from Sticker Mule. So if anybody is familiar with Sticker Mule, they have awesome stickers. And you can actually sell them for the same cost that you get them from, because if you go on Sticker Mule and you buy 10, 15 things at the same time, you end up getting like a 20, 30, 40% profit margin, believe it or not. So we did the stickers and the towels as branded, and we left the bottle blank. We left these cards generic, and we left the packaging and the sticker generic. The reason we did that is because some of the stuff on here is like, we wanted people, let's say somebody has 100 members or somebody only has 30. Yes, there is a minimum of the stickers and the towels. So the minimum, I think, was 50. So their max out of pocket that they had to do and keep was 300 bucks, I think. 100 for the stickers, 200 for the towels. Everything else was generic. So in this example, the one client that bought 43 packages, we sent the remaining towels and stickers to them personally and sent the rest to their members. But we knew that if we made everything completely custom, not only is it a logistics nightmare for us, but it then requires our clients to have to spend way more money and meet certain minimums. So we did half the package generic and half the package branded.
That's great. And the great thing is that you know these options, these offerings, um, yes, they're gonna give you some some benefits during the current situation that we're living through right now. This is an option to keep your business nimble, stay profitable, but later on, once we all get through this thing, this is still a very good offering, very good value proposition to your clients.
Oh yeah, 100%. And I think what we're seeing is we're seeing a lot of our gym clients, gym owner clients, reach out to us and say, like, I really want to do this. How much does this cost? And so we are definitely accomplishing our mission of positioning ourselves as the person to go to for when somebody says, hey man, I really love what you're doing, I just can't afford it right now. And we say, no, we understand, totally get it. As everything starts to come back, this will be a really great option. Same thing. A lot of our competitors are trying to actively sell stuff to their clients. We've been positioning this to the gym owners as stop trying to sell to your clients who have already been supporting you and give them something. Give them something and they'll love you. And in turn, you'll keep more of them, you'll make more money, and then our relationship with them is more fruitful as well.
Very nice. So you mentioned you started with gyms and you've done business, been in contact, working with some local gyms. Have you reached out to other types of businesses, or do you have plans on targeting other businesses where this model would also apply?
We do. So with our new company, what we've been actively working on is we're going after digital marketing agencies that have their own clientele. And so instead of going after gym owners specifically, we're now refocusing our new company on going after digital marketing agencies that service those clients. So effectively, what that's doing for us is we've signed on somebody in the real estate industry. So we're working with them for them to teach us the ins and outs of everything that they need, price points for packages, what type of packages based on the size of the home should we give a buyer or a seller, right? So we are working in other verticals. I don't know everybody's personal preference, but we have a client that's out in California who's in the cannabis market, and they're trying to do more digital marketing and more specialty packaging and physical promotions, since that industry is very still much frowned upon by a lot of people. They can't go on and do digital marketing ads. They can't do Facebook ads and Instagram ads. They're handcuffed. So we've been trying to work with that particular industry to show them the power of, as the new company is called, the power of tangible marketing assets to try to get business going. So yes, we've looked at real estate. The cannabis market is one that's popped up. We have a client who's in the healthcare space. They're owned by a national healthcare cooperative. I forget the name of them, but they do fundraiser T-shirts. You can take this kind of model into anything. You can work with businesses and have them sell them the idea of giving every new employee one of these cool packages. It's fairly universal across a lot of industries, and it's just going to take us time, and ideally people on this call are familiar with other industries. We focus on gyms because that's just what I know personally. And then as we bring on other clients, we focus on new niches.
That's
But
great.
yes, there should be a bunch.
Very good to know. Very good to know. All right. So if you guys are just joining us, we're having a Q&A discussion. Feel free to write the questions in the question box, or if you want to actually hop on a call with audio, click raise your hand or just submit that request in the questions, and we'll get to you. All right. So
did you have any questions, Victor?
yeah, well, I know that the website mdiapparel.com, it's still it doesn't have the information, some of the new tweaks, some of the new business models you're growing into. But just and this is more from like the different side of things, more of like the web design and organization. I see that you actually broken things down. It's really easy to absorb what's happening, what you're communicating there. And any advice of like what people should focus on? I know you mentioned yourself earlier, you were not communicating everything as best as you could in your previous website. And I'm looking at this website, and I'm looking at your other website, the earlier version of it, and this new version of
Right.
it it's great. It's
Yeah,
just
I mean,
great.
it's so there's a couple resources. So I don't subscribe to the one anymore, but there's one out there called digitalmarketer.com. And that really opened my eyes up to how you should design a homepage, excuse me, your site in general. And I think one of the biggest mistakes I've always made, and I think it's probably a similar mistake that people in this and that are listening have made, is we go online and we build a website based upon a competitor that we like, not realizing or having any idea where they are, excuse me, where they are in their business life cycle. So Digital Marketer is fairly inexpensive to join, and they have some pretty robust courses in there. And what it basically taught me is that different businesses are in different life cycle stages. They're in different stages of awareness within the market that they're going into. So your website needs to reflect that type of content. So originally, when you're looking at our main website, it definitely is still along the same lines. But you can see even build your box, pre-built boxes, bulk orders. We're always looking at our website and our messaging critically almost on a daily basis, unfortunately, and trying to basically make that decision. Like, do people even understand what we do? And if they do understand what we do they understand where they're supposed to click to start that relationship with us? And I think our existing website has call to actions like start building your box, but then we've gotten feedback from people that say, well, I don't want a box. I heard you guys do online stores and your printing and your designs are good. And we're like, oh, okay, well, now we need to factor that in, old clients to where we can cater. So Digital Marketer really helped. Story Brand is what one of our ad agencies got certified in. Story Brand is really cool about how to help you tell your story better. But that's what we did. So just to kind of give you guys ideas, we wanted a hero image. We wanted something that was a real, we know there's a problem with gym owners and retention. So we wanted to highlight our hero image in our header and our thing right here, as we know that you have a big issue of keeping members happy and keeping them retained in your business. So we know that if we can help make your members happy, they're going to stay longer, you're going to make more money. And that's the problem that we're trying to solve. So whereas this version, our existing version, is we help your gym business, we help grow your gym business through branding, we help keep your members happy. That all sounds well and good. On our new one, it says we help keep your members happy, because if they're happy, they stay longer, you make more money. So it's just a little bit more focused. And then same thing, statistics. We stole these from another website, in all honesty, and just revamped it. And we made sure we researched these things, where they came from and all of that. And then here, we wanted to make it, the way our website is broken down is we're trying to tell people this is what we do for you in a nutshell, so they even want to read. We're trying to show you the power of loyal customers and why it's so important to nurture them and spend money on them so you don't have to keep getting new ones. And then we went down here and we said, okay, well, how easy can we make it? We want people to know they can do 3 things with us. They can buy merch, they can get inspired with things that we've come up with so they don't have to worry about it. And if they have no idea where to start, they can just schedule a call and we can give them a plan. Those are the 3 ways that we can service somebody. And then again, we just cleaned up the messaging down here to say, this is how you get started with MDI. You need to understand that you need to pick products. That's first and foremost. Like, what products do you need for what type of event? Who's going to design them? Are you going to do it yourself, or are you going to pay us to do it? And then the third one is who's going to manage this for you? Are you just going to buy everything in bulk and put it in your closet or your house? Or are you going to hire us for additional fees to manage this kind of stuff for you? And so it's a simple framework that we followed from Digital Marketer, basically, that gave us exactly what we needed. And all we did was kind of plug and play our business. And then we just continuously go back to tweak the messaging. I think somebody said, if you're talking to your customer in higher than a 5th grade reading level or something like that, then you're missing the mark. People just need to see something super duper simple stupid. And if they don't, they leave. So that was kind of long-winded, but.
We have a question here from Matthew. Matthew actually apologizes for joining in late and is asking if you mind doing a brief overview of the package model once more.
Yeah, so Matthew, so the package model that we decided to go down is really better referenced on our main website. We're trying to focus people on doing packages. And the reason behind that was we've seen our revenue increase on the package side and decrease on the order taking side. So for us, this was a way to be able to focus in on a niche, solve a problem, and create value even when these guys are broke. And it's why they bought these things from us, because they know, same thing with us, that if we don't spend money and invest in these people, we might not have those people as members when this thing turns around, because they might have their own financial issues. So the package model is all about using the skill sets that all of you guys have, whether you're a user of DecoNetwork or not now. You're probably on this because you're a creative person, you're printing, you're a print broker, you're some sort of person in this industry, and this will help you showcase yourselves as valuable, because not many of your competitors and not many people in general are out there doing this, at least to small business owners. So you put something out like this. It took us 3 full days of like 5 or 6 people together working on this to get this done. But the idea is around value. We don't want to work with clients who are squabbling about our membership prices, or we don't want to work with clients who are squabbling about $40. We have gym owner clients right now who are still getting paid 150, 200 plus bucks a month, and they're hassling me about $40 per member without them realizing that those members just paid your bills for 2 months. So the least you can do is spend $40 on them. And so again, we wanted to position our company as valuable more than just them coming to us. We wanted to give them value that they're not going to find anywhere else, because this stuff it's time consuming, it is difficult, but we figured it out. And part of our new business model with Tangible is we're going to provide all of these resources to people as part of your membership pricing with our new company. So that way you guys don't have to delve deep into this stuff if you don't choose. We can be that team for you. So even if you guys have ideas for us, we can use our designers and our procurement people to go and create and price all these packages profitably and give you these presentations, these PDFs that you can change your logos and put your color scheme twist on it. So that's kind of the goal behind this package model, is to help all of you and ourselves elevate the perceived value in your clients' eyes, so that they can do cheap, inexpensive stuff with you, but also know that you're the person to go to for really cool stuff too. And again, with our new business, that's exactly what we'll be offering, so that everybody that's listening to this call doesn't have to go spend the kind of time and money that we did developing the procedures for even creating this stuff, or even just creating it in general.
All right, and a few people asked for that URL, which is MDI Apparel. That's MDI Apparel. I also replied to everybody with the URL, so if you check your question box, you should have that URL link there also.
And can I paste in this thing with them at all?
I believe so. We have a, let's see here, choose a file. Now, you want to paste a URL or a file?
Just want to paste these URLs so people can go look at this stuff on their own time.
Huh. Let me see here.
If not, I'm assuming we can do a follow-up email or something where this is going to be posted and give people some access to some of our.
Yes. Everyone's going to get
forms and everything like that, so they can have access to that.
Exactly. Everyone's going to get an email, and we can
the other
that in there.
The other cool thing that I didn't even share. Sorry, Victor. This was exciting, and this is some of the stuff is hit or miss that we're creating, but this was another way more low tech version. I stole this from a screen printing group, so some of you may have already seen this, but we've had some mild success with this. We really haven't rolled it out in full yet, but again, these are just all concepts and ideas that we love spending time doing. So this was playing off the whole fundraiser thing that a lot of screen print shops are doing. We took it a step further and said member buy shirt, family fun, social engagement. And the idea was we would send them 1 pack of, 10 pack of fabric markers for every 4 shirts. Again, this is, if people stay on lockdown, this is just kind of a fun, cool activity. And again, this translates into anything. This could probably be any of you guys that are working with small local businesses that want to do a slightly different twist and engage their clients. This is much more fun and interactive with your kids and stuff like that than selling a fundraiser t-shirt. It kind of accomplishes, both. So that was another idea. Sorry.
Yeah, and just want to remind everybody, if you guys are looking to offer this stuff or don't know how to get started or need some guidance, Eli is actually helping other companies achieve these, getting things started. Can you talk a little bit about your services, what you offer?
Yeah, so what we're this is just a placeholder, but I'll pull it up so you guys can go to it and submit information if you choose. Totally up to you. But this is our new logo and new business: tangible, engage, nurture, retain. And what our goal with this new business is to basically give you guys all of the tools and the resources, from the digital PDF assets that you'll be able to edit and modify for yourselves, to helping current Deco users build out their sites similar to this, or we work with you to brand it to you, obviously, in whatever your niche is. We can help you with the layouts and everything that we did, all the way to the CRM that we use to make all of this stuff function. So we use a white label CRM platform. I would say, in all intents and purposes, it's similar to like a DecoNetwork. But what we have the ability to do is, if people sign up with us and they're affiliates of ours, instead of lying and telling you it's our CRM system, we can just be truthful with you. But what the benefit of the CRM system is all of the campaigns and the client nurture things and communications are going out of that. So how we onboard our new business owner clients, how we onboard end user clients to create these packages and collect this information, all the way to whatever you can imagine, just onboarding and managing your client relationships. I know that Deco integrates with Zoho. We don't use that. I didn't really even look into that, unfortunately. We found one that just works for our business model, and we've never had to necessarily have those integrated to do that. But that's Tangible is the company to where we will be providing all of the great ideas with the digital assets, the CRM functionality. So you can basically take exactly what we're doing on all levels. For the social engagement for Matthew, if he's still on, is what we popped up earlier. For Matthew and anybody else who joined late, this is the social engagement that we're trying to help our clients achieve, because they're going to love you for this if you can help them do that. But we be providing you guys with everything: how we built out the Google form to get these boxes, to the digital assets and ideas, to all the way up until if you guys have ideas and you just don't have the team, the money, or the time to create something like this, we can create that for you and share it with everybody. So that's what our new company Tangible is doing, is we want to be able to give you guys everything so that we can focus in on what we've done really good at, which is the CRM and nurture side of things, as well as the creative behind all of this.
And another question. Okay, so you can actually reach out to your existing clients, with this pitch, with this offering. Do you have any strategies or any methods on how to reach out to new clients, potential new clients?
Yes, I mean, the biggest thing we've done as a business is curating this type of content. So yes, we have an email list. Yes, we've done paid Facebook advertising and stuff like that. And that's all worked. But again, it's all had to do with the fact that we have a niche and we're super highly focused. Mm-hmm. The second half of last year, we finally really dived deep into doing ads. We were only spending about $400 or $500 a month on the ads themselves. And what it was getting us about anywhere from 15 to 20 new gym owner calls a week. Whereas previously, before ads, we were only doing maybe 5 or 6 calls a week. We were able to get to anywhere from 15 to 20 calls a week, and that we were closing about 15 new, 15 new clients a month on that in the second half of last year.
So that's like a 75% closing rate on those calls.
Yeah, no, I think opposite, 25. Because if we were doing, let's say we're doing 15 calls a week, we're closing 15, so we were closing 25%.
Oh, okay, you got those numbers flipped.
Yeah, but the other thing that we can provide and teach people is we can show you what our pricing is for our products, how we priced everything. We can share with you, we've charged nothing for our stores and no setup fees, to as high as $400 setup fees and $99 a month for our stores. We've had a lot of experience over the last 5 years tweaking this model to figure out what works and what doesn't.
Are you still charging? Are some clients not being charged for the setup for the online stores, and some are, or is everybody being charged but just different rates?
No, so everybody is equal now from what we're charging, but we've just gone through phases where we've tried to test out different price points. Mm-hmm. To see what works and what doesn't. In the second half of last year, what did we do? We did $3.99 setup fee, and they could choose to either sign an annual contract and pay $79 a month, or if they didn't want any contracts, they could do $99 a month. And then we make in the first year we adjusted the sign up fees based off of contract or no contract. But the way we worked it was that basically in the first year we make the same amount of money. We just manipulated the numbers like a used car salesman, unfortunately. And we found different buyers. Some people are like, you know what, I'd rather pay more upfront and less over time. And others are like, I'd rather pay more over time and less upfront. So we've tried all of that. Right now, with the way we're taking the website and why we're doing these pre-made packages is because we are trying to just for stores right now, we simply, part of it is the COVID-19, part of it is because we don't want to deal with it. But we say, if you want a store, it's like Shopify, $29. We'll give you a one-page store, and then we'll give you tutorials and support on it, but it's up to you to do what you want, in favor of focusing on the boxes. So the reason we created this, real quick, I'll just run you guys through it. We want people to do this with us. If they want a store, that's fine, but we're not going to charge some hefty fee. And we also want people to do these pre-designed, the good, better, best packages, because what we're doing is we have designs on the background similar to Moo, if anybody's familiar with that business card company, where our goal is to have all of these pre-designed. So all our clients have to do is change the templates, the colors, and the text, and add their logo. That way we can try to onboard more people who are selling more merchandise and not have to stranglehold them up front with setup and design fees, if that makes sense. And just to add one last thing to that, because I know we're coming to the end of the hour.
Yeah.
But one last thing to that, the reason why we segmented out our 3 main services now is because if somebody does not pick a pre-built package, right, or they're not just buying merch or getting a simple store, we have plans to charge these people a minimum of, you know, similar to how you see the Deco Pros do. We're probably doing a minimum of 3 hours at $150. So we're basically saying, like, if you don't want a pre-built one, we'll spend the time and customize it for you, but it's going to require you to get on the phone with us, and it's going to require time and money. And so we're purposely trying to funnel people into something that's easy for us to execute and cost them less money, knowing that we're going to come across clients who have money and want something completely custom, and for that, they're going to pay for it. And as before, we were just charging blanket fees, so we could get a client who has 10 gyms and a client who has 1, and guess what? We're collecting the same amount of money for both, doing more work for the one, less work for the other, and it just didn't make sense.
Yeah, that's really good. That's a really good strategy, kind of managing your own time and acknowledging what your own time is worth.
Yep, you have to, because otherwise a lot of us go broke, and that's not what any of us want.
Work smarter, not harder, that's for sure. All right. Well, we like you said, we're coming to the end. Before we wrap things up, if somebody wants to reach out to you, somebody wants to call you, talk more about, you know, these strategies, get on board, how can they reach you?
I think the best thing is for everybody to go to tangible.co, and that's without an E. You can fill out a simple form on here, and that'll trigger us to, you know, reach out to you and get us on our list. And then if you guys are interested, like I said, we have ways to work with existing DecoNetwork users as well as new DecoNetwork users. You know, there's multiple ways to work with us, but we can do an exploratory, like, discovery call just to have a, you know, a 30-minute conversation after you guys have had the opportunity to see all this, just to see if we're a good fit and if we can help be that arm of your business that helps you, you know, elevate yourselves to stuff like this. Because I guarantee you a lot of people watching this have been interested in doing things like this. It always comes down to time, money, and manpower. So if we can get on a discovery call, and if we're a good fit, cool. If not, there's still other ways to work with us. If you don't, same thing with our website. We're not doing a one size fits all. So a 30-minute discovery call would help us to figure out if we can help you, and if we can't, we'll still advise you on, you know, ways to do things.
Very good. And we'll also include a link to tangible.co. That's tangible without an E. In the email. Everyone who registered for the webinar will be getting an email next week. It'll include a video to this webinar and links and contact info from Eli.
And if all goes well, guys, I'm just going to kind of self-promote. So Victor might do it anyways, but we are trying to work on another webinar for you guys to actually dive deeper into additional strategies on affiliates. Zach Dewhurst did an awesome job. I watched and saw that. And I think we're going to have a really good follow-up to that to dive a little bit deeper into how we get affiliates, or how we picture affiliates now that we started Tangible, on the types of affiliate stores you should be opening versus the ones that you should not be wasting your time on. So hopefully we're going to be doing that in the next few weeks to give you guys some more in-depth information to follow up on this, and to piggyback off of Zach and the other Deco pros that do an awesome job.
Awesome. All right, well, that was incredibly informative. Yeah, hope everybody got some good info out of this. Again, video recording is coming next week. Thank you for sharing your time with us, Eli.
Absolutely.